Welcome to the Smoke Podcast.
Tierney. All right,
y'all. Welcome to another man. I missed y'all.
Me too.
Let's go ahead and get it out the way.
I miss y'all.
Happy belated birthday to both Fabian Matthews and Kimberly.
Woo woo! Happy birthday!
Yes, man. I tell you
what.
what.
Y'all
man.
want my cash out? No, I'm just playing. I hate people.
I had a ball. I really appreciate y'all, man. Y'all came, showed out for me and everything. We had a good time.
Aww.
It was real cool.
It was nice to be thought
Big
of.
shout out to my wife, Cassandra Matthews. You really made my day.
Mm-hmm.
Worth it.
She did.
Love it.
We had alcohol to go with it. That
yes.
That's all you care about.
That is not. We bought some cigars too.
Yeah, we was having a good time out on the patio until it started raining.
Started raining.
Yeah, man, we had a nice little vibe.
Nice
going.
little set.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invite.
Oh,
And Kimberly kidnapped my wife Sunday at about 12:30.
We had a great time.
And returned her to me at almost 7 o'clock.
We had a great time.
you watched all the football games.
I did.
We
I watched
brunched
football.
and drank and ate and laughed. And it rained literally all day Sunday.
Yes, it did.
I was like, where this is? This was not supposed to be going on all day. Every time because we sat outside at this little Mexican restaurant and literally just watched it rain the whole time.
Wow.
We had a great time though.
The entire classic weekend.
Wow.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I'm there for y'all. I can appreciate y'all just doing y'all thug thizzle.
Yeah.
Because guess what? When I do mine, don't call me, don't text me.
Go into a comparison.
How was the trip to Toronto?
It was nice. It was all right.
Oh shit.
Oh, she snorted, Faye.
Would not mind living there.
Oh,
Well,
tell us about it.
It's just a beautiful city now, and I know they're going through their little rent crisis issue. So when they get mad at their government, they don't pay their bills. So that's what they're going through right now. So I think because the rent prices have soared, so people are saying, in order to fight this and get their attention, they don't pay their bill, and
So
come back.
typically,
Yeah.
when you go out of town, we try to bring each other something back. Did you get anything back from Toronto?
I mean, I came back.
She came back.
Did you go
I
shopping
feel like
in
you
Toronto?
went to Chicago. I really didn't. We did a lot of touring because I had never been. None of us had ever been before, so we did the whole hop on and hop off.
Are they known for cigar smoking in Toronto?
Don't think. Well, not cigar smoking.
They don't do
That's
cigars.
just not a big thing. No.
They do
Sorry.
weed. They do weed.
Yeah, cigar smoking is not a big thing.
They like, get them nasty cigars out of here. You're messing up my weed smell.
Yeah, exactly.
I can live here. I can live here. I can stay here.
And that other voice is our tempting guest, Ena Esco.
Hola.
What's
Hello.
going on, Double E?
It feels good to be back in the
Yes.
building over here at the Smoke Podcast.
Well, you only host about 100 damn podcasts.
So
this is like
everywhere.
this ain't
light work.
nothing. Yeah, this is light work right here.
It's light work.
but this is a different environment.
Yeah, because you get to drink and smoke on the smoke.
Smokes, y'all got the drinks. Everybody podcast don't have that. Yeah.
Right.
That's what makes us special.
Right.
Yes.
And then we're
In
going to talk
more
shit and
ways
talk
than
all
one.
kinds of stuff.
It's a lot to talk about.
Hey, let me ask you something, Kimberly.
Uh-huh.
How long does a bottle of baby oil last for you?
Listen.
That was a great question.
How long is that
Now,
baby
it ain't to the
oil?
point where you would need to be buying thousands of bottles
See,
of baby oil.
here's what happened. Diddy reached out to his folks reached out to Johnson & Johnson.
He probably a sponsor.
And then they probably
Probably.
dropped Diddy's name, and they probably saw Ian and said, "Man, send him a pallet."
Ain't no company did that.
They do that. They do that.
They do
A
that.
pallet?
They probably did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you just give him an excuse?
Now let me. Just think
They're
about
gonna
it.
try to create a PO for that.
Hey, think about it.
What?
They found out that some reporter said, "How do your skin stay so soft, Diddy?" And he said, "I use olive oil." So Johnson & Johnson's like, "Oh shit, let's send Diddy some olive oil since it is Diddy, right?"
Man, they stocked up for the freak offs.
Yeah, that's what they do. They made the guy was so cute though.
Yeah.
He was so cute and serious.
What
the
is
freak
it?
off.
The freak out.
For the freak offs.
For the freak offs.
So
He
now
said it twice.
Here's the deal. You know the last hat has not dropped yet.
Oh, no.
And, I mean, so I just think y'all need to put the seatbelt on, buckle up. Cause
First of all, let me tell you something. Any man that's offering up his child's passport, you already know he finna tell on everybody. Everybody.
And has the footage. He has the footage.
He has the footage because didn't they find a bunch of cameras in there?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, they're putting it as he's an it's Rico
trial.
So with that, they're saying, okay, of course it's multiple people, but we need you to help us get the rest of the multiple, because he couldn't have done any of this without a lot of help.
But you know, it's.
Who's the bigger man?
I feel sorry
though?
for those names.
He's a bigger man, but
I feel
a lot of bigger people.
There might be some bigger people in there.
There's a lot of bigger people.
Now here's the thing: if this shit just disappears, them bigger people are big people.
Big people made some noise, right? But I do feel like that too, because he was protecting. I feel like that billionaire that had been backing him for years. I feel like maybe he.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, so
no doubt.
In the music business.
The music business.
The music business. Listen, I think that regardless, people didn't see Diddy as like a Weinstein, and I think that people.
But why do I feel like that's been out for years?
Why did TD Jakes fall up in there?
Oh,
remember they got TD Jakes was there. They got all these influential leaders and people
maybe
around.
To try to legitimize him.
No,
you don't think so?
What's the TD Jakes connection?
Exactly.
Was he his
our
father who ought?
Did he pray over the
You don't think
Did he pray over the oil?
so dumb.
You don't bless the oil. He blessed the oil.
But y'all don't think that some of that may have been done because they had information on all these people, so then to surround yourself with the unsuspecting people?
No.
Okay.
You kind of took that a different way.
I think everybody guilty.
Yeah, because I feel like they all guilty, and they was like, "No, you not. You show up for me so that I'd look a little less guilty."
But didn't TD give up his church ranks to his daughter not that long ago?
Yeah.
You know, when they start stepping down from high positions, you know, things are shuffling.
Some shit going zones.
Well, that is not going. Cat Williams said this.
He said
Cat ain't lying about nothing.
Cat
ain't lying about nothing.
You can go back even further. You can go to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams talked about.
Wendy was in the
Wendy
on
talked
the purple
about.
seat right now.
Wendy talked about that a long time ago. Again,
She got fired from a job for talking about Diddy.
there you go.
But they said he got her fired for that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He got her fired.
Well,
but she was right the whole time.
First of all, karma, you.
Yeah, now karma was a little slow. It was a little slow on this one right here.
Extremely
Yeah, it was a
slow
little
for
slow
Diddy.
on this one.
Well, I feel like because it's so much, I feel like we just like you said. I don't think that this is the end, and I don't think this is the biggest. If it, like you said, if it gets really, really quiet for him, and we don't hear anything else, then like the real big people have stepped in.
Now let me ask you.
Before you say that, watch this right here. Here's another reason why they're keeping him locked up. Because the people that he's tied to would probably get him, knowing that he knows all the dirt on them.
You don't think they will help get him out the country or just get him?
Oh, no.
I think they still can get to him, even in jail.
Now, I mean, you got to realize. Let's bring up one guy's name that didn't make it.
Epstein didn't make. He
didn't make it.
It was no way.
It didn't make it. They didn't really do it.
You talking about presidents and nah.
But do you think Epstein is really dead? I think that man had money so long. He's on his private island right now.
I mean,
He might.
He better not never show his.
Well, I mean,
And he don't have to.
Well, last time you seen Russell Simmons?
I saw a picture of Russell. He out there in Bali, but you know
Yeah.
you're safe in Bali. It's
Yeah,
different
that's what
rules.
I'm saying. When last time you seen him in the United States?
You're right.
Oh, because if he come back here, it's over with for him.
He not coming back.
Oh well. I mean, he on the second leg of his life. That's fine.
Yeah. Live out his days.
Live out
Diddy
your
couldn't
days.
make it to the airport quick enough.
But did he do that already? Why did he come back? He felt like he let his guard down because he was not here. Remember, he left. He went to court that day or did something.
So play devil.
I think it's
Ain't no
'cause
way they gonna lock me up, man.
No, he left,
I'm
though.
I'm coming
I
back,
think it's
man.
because
I'm coming
it's been a
back.
pending investigation this
Yeah,
whole
he
time
left.
since the video of Cassie
He left,
was
but
released.
But come
guarantee
on,
you-
you
I
mean to
guarantee
tell
you
me
he
no
felt-
smart people are around him to tell him when Homeland Security, they work
You mean like
backwards.
Trump?
No, Homeland Security
No, but
works
I mean, you
backwards.
said no smart people around him.
Oh.
You got,
Well,
there you
that's a
go.
whole nother-
There you go right there.
But, you know-
Again, it depends on the smart people. Does he have people that's going to tell him the truth? Or does he have people that's going to tell him yes?
It's a lot of yes people around,
When he
Diddy.
says, go get me some cheesecake, Then nobody said, man, they closed. No, they took off the running. So there you go.
But you see the cheesecake people, they coming out with the lawsuits now, like Don Richard from the group. I can't think of the name of it.
Danity Kane.
Danity Kane.
Yeah.
And really, is her lawsuit what really nailed it in the coffin?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Because that's when they went and arrested him. Like, what was the smoking gun?
But isn't it something that if he would have just paid Cassie?
Yeah.
That's it.
Immediately. Because he did pay a $30 million.
Yeah, afterwards.
And then I saw they showed a text message where he texted her and said, "Please come back." He was basically begging her. He said, "Come back. I'm surrounded by police and I got 6 kids." Like, it was still all about him. Like, you just drugged me in the hallway and you want me to come back to save your ass.
No.
So I mean, when you that big and you do stuff like that, I mean, I gotta think that you think that, I mean, nothing's ever going to happen to you because I just don't understand. But you know what? We got a lot to talk about today. We got.
Well, y'all started it.
I know. I mean, I want to go ahead and get out of the way.
The baby oil out the way.
That's a burning hot topic.
It's a
okay.
burning
hot topic.
Yes.
All right, Smoke Fam, we'll be right back.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Smoke Podcast.
Yes.
Had to refreshing our drinks and stuff. Speaking of drinks,
Rick.
I got Rick, for Fabian's birthday, I'm going to tell y'all what happened. So Rick sent 4 different bottles of whiskey, and we had to do a blind taste test to determine which was which.
So that means they were all drunk.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. But at the end, we figured out what was the best one and which one it was, and that was the Barton's, which we've had on the show several times before. The Barton's,
it's the cheapest one.
It's the cheapest one, but I promise you, it is very, very good. So Rick sent the Barton's. He sent some Witchers. He sent some Basil Hayden, and he sent some Eagle Rare. I think the least favorite was between the Eagle Rare and the Basil Hayden.
Yeah,
the one
Basil has a different. Is this the toast one or just a regular?
No, it's just a regular.
Okay.
And that's what I think. I think we bougie. We used to the to the toast or rye. Something fancy,
something a little stronger.
Yeah, and then Rick. He still showed out now. That's still my guy, and he still got everything you need down there at 3481 Austin P.
R&R.
Spirits and more.
Yeah, spirits and more. But
I mean, it's still good stuff.
It's still some good stuff. Absolutely.
And they're making a hellified
whiskey sour.
So don't judge. Listen, don't send me no damn email. Don't
judge us.
We made it. We made some
whiskey
sours with Basil Hayden.
It's good though.
Has no one ever done.
Sorry about that.
Our fault.
You right.
It's not a lot of mixing. It's just one thing. So it's okay.
Yeah. And then it's a classic drink.
Old school.
Yeah.
Yo.
So Diddy got arrested. What about the debate? Did anybody watch the debate?
I did.
Ena, you watch now. Ena, you the specialist. I mean, if anybody name what's your name? Your podcast?
Verbally Effective.
Yes. Ena be doing her thing big. So she's really up on current events and all this stuff, and she gets into it.
Have y'all talked about it on any of your podcasts? Anybody said anything about the debate?
Yes. Trump, we thought Trump was going to really get out of hand, but he did not get as Trumpist as he usually get, right?
You can't usually do that when you get slapped in the mouth.
But they had more restrictions this time, right? So
Not really.
There was no audience. They cut the mic.
The mic cut the mic.
Oh,
didn't
no,
work.
They didn't cut the guy.
Didn't work.
I'm like, y'all need to fire that dude and let me come punch the damn button.
Right. They fact check. They had fact checkers
a couple
on deck.
times.
Yeah.
But the fact checks was easy.
Yeah, because he said some real stupid stuff, right?
I mean, the eating of the dogs and cats.
And not that the host had to say, we reached out to the city manager. I was
y'all done went way past the VP's facial expressions. Because when he said about the dogs, she was
one
like,
of them.
Like how could you say something like that? Like
not when she walked up.
You know what? I bet you they had rehearsed it, but she was probably like, "No, ain't no way he gonna say
this again."
No way.
And he did.
And then she was like, "Oh, damn, that nigga."
So he offended all the Haitians, all the immigrants,
everybody.
Like he does.
Except his voting block. He didn't offend them.
But his voting block
wasn't watching.
They had to say, "We voting for this idiot."
They wasn't watching.
I think it was a few that have already. It's so many Republicans coming out right now that are not with Trump.
I hate when we do that though.
Republicans for Kamala
because it's not effective right now.
And I think they realize that when he loses, because I believe he's going. I don't see anybody.
They're not debating anymore.
Yeah,
Kamala clearly won.
I think that
but she offered to
they're
debate
distancing themselves because they know that he's going to come off the rails when he loses.
Yeah,
and they don't. And anybody that's been on the Trump train is gonna get dragged wherever he's gonna go. So I think people.
But we've already seen the playbooks. I hope that they're a little bit more prepared this time.
And like I say, it's because we done seen the playbook.
The actual play. It played out on January 6th.
Because we seen it. If you're a politician, you're a Republican, and you want to keep your seat and you want to keep your all you work for, you can't let this happen again.
Right.
You can't.
Right. So I agree.
And it's funny.
Well, I thought it was. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say it's kind of funny how if you look at some of the people that are now supporting Trump, they had quotes of what they said 3 or 4 years ago versus now. Like one of the guys called him an idiot. Yeah. And
now he's singing his praises.
Yeah, now he's like, I love him. And look at the Byron. What's the dude named Scott with the big gum?
No. The worst is Nikki Haley.
Oh, yeah. He really made a fool of her.
She made a fool out of herself.
She did.
And it's not a big stretch for these people.
No, it's not. I mean, like y'all flip-flop like that shit.
I think they're trying to pull out all the stops now because we just saw this past week a second assassination, quote-unquote, attempt.
Somebody said, who keep hiring these Timu assassins?
Like, how
and I cannot unhear that.
They're not hidden.
I'm like, you right there where the photographers used to be to take pictures of him.
Right.
And first of all, he didn't even fire a weapon. The shots were from the Secret Service.
Right.
Oh my God. I was like, this is so, I cannot unhear it. I said,
Timu assassins. Is that right?
But baby, they can't hit him. They done grazed his ear. He didn't even shoot at him this time.
His
and I'm like,
ear looks like it looked before.
His ear looks great.
But I mean, what else can the Trump administration do at this
point?
They
not
pulling
finished.
out all
They're
stuff.
not finished.
About the debate, the thing that really got me the most, that the only time you really could say that he was pissed off when she talked about his rallies.
Oh yeah, when the people walk out.
Yeah, he got pissed then.
You would think it would be
pissed,
but you would think it would be when she verbally gave him a whooping and called him a disgrace as far as the military was concerned. And then when she tried to, she almost called him Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And you could tell.
Former president.
Everybody knew that's what she wanted to say.
I was like, girl, don't do it. Do it.
You know what?
Don't do it.
Do it.
She really, I think Kamala set the tone in the beginning
she walked up and
because she knew he
shook his
hand.
Well,
when you know someone is that petty, you already know what direction you have to go in. And you've been in those rooms before where people try to kind of make you feel little and small by not even acknowledging you. But she was like,
because if she had
stated her name.
If she had to did it, Trump would have said, and she didn't even come over and speak to me.
Right. She didn't give him any excuse.
Not the narcissist going over there, but she didn't come speak to me.
She didn't give him any excuse to mispronounce her name. He did not look at her one time, y'all. Did y'all notice that? He did not even give her the respect.
I feel like if he had looked her in the eye, he would have started crying.
I believe he would have turned to Medusa or turned to stone.
Yeah.
See, but I was really waiting for him to say something so sexist that it was just gonna,
he didn't get it out.
It wouldn't matter.
I was waiting for that.
It wouldn't
That's probably
matter.
why he didn't look at her.
And if he had that would have been her time to really show how, because they say women are emotional. Okay, whatever. But I think had he even gone in that direction, she would have been able to. Because can you imagine her being a prosecutor?
And you imagine she had rehearsed that. She was ready
and she's
for that.
a prosecutor. She's probably heard it all, and there's nothing more that he can say to her.
So let me ask you guys this: Did you see on your timeline where they were putting that when she said, I'm not with her, and now you have white women like, so go away. Oh, we don't care.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that.
Who's doing that? What do you mean?
I mean, I got
some people are saying, I'm not with her.
Women that say, I'm
not with her.
I'm not with her.
But that's always been the issue. So when you go back and look at the numbers for, and I'm a little political junkie a little bit. So when you go back and look at the numbers from Hillary Clinton's campaign, you would clearly see that that's the demographic where she lost.
Yeah.
And I think that when the polling, because that was the first time the polling had been that incorrect before, but I think what they were doing was hiding their hands because they could not publicly say that they were going to go vote.
You had people that was working for her that didn't vote for her.
Right. So that I think when she, poor Hillary Clinton, she just had too much baggage for people, I think, too.
So did y'all hear what Huckabee what's her name? Sarah Huckabee said
today.
I can't stand Sarah Huckabee.
She needs to shut up. I just ain't never seen her.
She commented on the fact that
Kamala. Sorry,
oh
Kamala.
My God,
Kamala, and I know her name,
yes,
Kamala.
That she didn't have any kids, and I can't remember. I think her husband came to her defense and said, "Yeah, because she's been fighting for Americans, Republicans. I mean, she's been fighting for you guys. So y'all are her kids. So
shut up.
Get the hell out there.
Yeah.
Well, but it's funny how when every time a lot of women get a chance to bash other women, they do. They do.
And that's sad.
Yeah, it is.
Make sure you check your voter.
But these are the same people that's talking about equality, women equality, and all that stuff. And it's just incredible.
That's only when it applies to them.
Only when it applies to them.
It's only when it becomes personal.
So, right. But when you think about people in positions of power, they always seem to go towards a man, a testosterone figure, right?
So watch this here. I'm gonna ask you a question. I bet you've never been asked. So you're an AKA, right?
I am.
How many of y'all is it?
Oh, millions.
We need all of y'all to show up.
And we are showing up.
Okay, that's let
me ask you this: what do you think the percentage of AKAs that don't support her?
That don't support her?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really say. I have not seen a campaign
they are not going to say.
They have not.
They are not going to say that.
No.
Y'all get kicked out.
So
why would we?
Why would you not support her?
Exactly.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I would just love to hear that.
AKAs standing behind her, all Divine Nine standing behind her. Like this is an important.
That's a big block of people.
Yes, it is.
It's a big block.
Yes, it is.
So with that big block, so the argument,
that's half the black population.
So why are younger black men not wanting to vote for her?
But are they wanting to vote for Trump, or they're not just wanting to vote?
They want to vote for Trump, or they don't want to vote.
Yeah, it's one.
I have a 19-year-old that feels like he doesn't want to vote because he feels that his vote doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, what about the negative? So you're not going to vote. You're not going to give her your vote, which means that's almost like a vote for Trump.
No, it's not. And the reason I say that, you live in Mississippi, right? Mm-hmm. Vote don't matter anyway because the popular vote don't really matter.
Right.
It's the electoral.
Because it's always going to be a red state.
It's always going to be a red state in Mississippi.
Oh, yeah, y'all can have me.
Tennessee, too.
Tennessee, too.
They really,
Tennessee is starting to teeter
trying to go purple.
Because of Nashville.
Yeah.
And all the celebrities.
And the surrounding. Yeah.
But did y'all see Trump tweet, I hate Taylor Swift? He just disseminated a whole bunch of people that would have voted for him.
Yeah, you messed up.
That's what y'all think. We'll have to see how that shakes out.
You know what? I heard Charlamagne on a Breakfast Club say this.
What Charlamagne say?
Charlamagne said, I really believe we're looking at a guy as in Trump that do not want to be here no more.
On the planet?
No, don't want to be running
for president?
Yeah.
I heard somebody else say that.
As soon as they got rid of Biden, Trump
because he thought he was going to go against Biden.
I mean, think about all the things he's been saying lately.
Yeah.
He's been like, whatever. Well, I bet he don't even practice shit anymore.
Well, that's obvious. He didn't practice for the debate. So
they say he didn't do any kind of debate prep. So.
He said he's a great negotiator.
He kept setting the traps, and he kept biting.
Yeah. Well, he said he's a great negotiator.
Well, all those
Putin would eat you for lunch,
and she did.
Putin would eat, but
called him weak.
She, what she did is what most men can't stand is to make us look stupid.
Mm-hmm. But that wasn't hard.
To make us look weak.
Mm-hmm. That was very easy.
Yeah,
he was easy pickings for her, really.
Easy,
and she could have gone a whole lot worse, but she kind of.
It was easy for her.
I feel like she kind of held back.
I was wondering Who thought she wouldn't be? She's a prosecutor.
Well, a lot of people
She's
because
trained in that.
She's stressed what she does.
According to people, because they didn't know her background or anything like that.
No, because she's a you. I mean, you're
We
vice
know
president.
that.
I know you're a vice president though, but can we name all the vice presidents?
Not really.
Not really.
Nope.
I mean,
Because
I'm
That's just like naming
Tim
all
Walsh
the people
because he connected to her.
That's just like
Right.
naming all the people that lost the Super Bowl, lost the
You so stupid.
World Series,
Nobody remembers number two.
lost all that stuff, lost the championship in basketball. It's like you can't remember all the people that lost.
They're more of an admin type role,
Yes.
I think, and just
Yes.
kind of like
so
a
when
figurehead.
people's like, well, you had
see.
3 years to do all this stuff, you're not the president,
right?
Well,
that's
first
not
of all,
what
they
she's
had to
delegated
come up
do.
with something. What else could they? I mean, the only thing they
Right.
keep
because the
nitpicking
wall
is
is not working. The wall is starting to not work anymore.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Because
I think,
when they chose not to pass that bill,
And it
the
made him
American
look
people
stupid.
found out why.
Because of him.
Yeah, because of him.
He wanted them to look bad and make it seem like the Democrats were not moving on it.
Let's talk about the wall for a minute. Do we really have an immigrant issue here in the United States? How do y'all feel
I
about
would
that?
say
we
this.
do.
I would say
I think
yes,
we do.
I think we do.
I think we
Okay,
do.
what is the problem?
And because I've been in Chicago 2 or 3 times in the last 6 months, and man, some of those buildings downtown, they're all piled up outside.
Homeless immigrants.
Yeah.
Because what they were
They
doing
have
is
nowhere to go.
they were busing them from Texas. They were busing them from there and sending them to states that were states that were friendly to.
Oh, okay.
So
To be able to take care of them better.
asylum states.
But weren't they
Yeah.
getting a check? Or is that
And that's
California.
another
That's
issue.
a California thing.
That's not just a California
Is it
thing,
not?
I don't think. No. Because what were they offering them in New York? They were offering
like $13K?
them
Like
some 15. I thought it was 15. Or somebody was offering a lot of money. It wasn't anything small.
Right.
And the opportunity to become a homeowner. That's the issue that a lot of people are having is like you can come up with a plan for the immigrants,
But you know what?
can't come up with a plan
Here's
for
the
the
deal.
people here.
We're gonna give you a free house. Just come to New York. Oh dang, we all out of houses right now. But you just sleep out here, and as soon as one becomes available, we got you.
Right.
That's what's
Does-
happening.
does that make sense?
That doesn't make any
There's
sense.
no houses.
Well-
That's the whole thing. There's no houses for people who can legitimately afford to buy a
right.
house.
A
The
lot
interest
of
rates
people
are
can't
crazy.
afford. That's the other
Inflation
thing
is
on-
astronomical.
Everybody's
But
saying it
I
doesn't
think
matter.
I
They
think
just
y'all
can't
looking-
afford
I
it.
think y'all not looking at it the way America is set up. America was built
To welcome
live.
immigrants.
No, I ain't gonna even go there. To live off the poor.
Okay.
There's so much money in people being poor.
Yeah.
Well, that's true because they need them.
Yeah, it's so much money in people being
And
poor.
so that's a real issue. So I want Sorrel Kamala, and Trump to address that. Like, what are we doing about that?
Well, you ain't gonna get
That's-
Trump to
that's a
speak on
huge-
it no
Yeah,
more.
because
That's a
he wants
huge
them out the
issue.
country. He just wants them out the
can't
country.
answer
period.
any question.
Oh,
He
right.
cannot answer any question. You could ask him, "Is
Right.
it cold outside?" Well, if the Democrats would stop bringing in all the
And then they got the
it'll
nerve to
warm
ask
up.
people to stop talking about
Right.
doing this rhetoric because his life in danger.
Right.
Well, why don't you stop saying stuff yourself first?
I mean, he
sir?
called old girl father a Marxist.
Who?
A
Trump did.
Marxist.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he called her all kinds. Her dad. All
Who
kinds
was
of
he
stuff.
talking about?
He was talking about Kamala Harris's father.
Oh, really?
Oh, he loves to name call.
He's so cute.
You say he's so cute.
He's so cute.
Broker looking at.
I mean, don't
But
nobody care about
to me, he just looked like he's dejected.
He do.
Well, wouldn't
he doesn't
you?
have that
Okay,
same
so
fervor.
first of all, I thought that this was interesting. So he's supposed to be sentenced on
They
in
pushed it
November.
back.
In
They pushed
November.
it
They
back.
pushed it back to after the election.
Oh,
'Cause
so
they
that's
didn't
after
want,
November.
Yeah, they didn't
Okay.
want nothing to interrupt his.
And then he has a
He'll have an
voting.
excuse.
he'll
He'll
have
an
a stay
excuse.
of execution if he
Okay,
wins,
so
right?
but I also read that the issue with his also him running and all this stuff is that the state case in Georgia he can't, because I know he has immunity with the Supreme Court right now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But that doesn't apply to the state level case.
Okay.
And that's why he was trying to get rid of Fannie.
You know what? I think if we let him marinate in the mess that he is creating, he's gonna do something else stupid. Again, the Supreme Court said that he can't be tried for anything he did while he was in office as the president.
Okay.
So if he gets out there and cuts the food up, I hope somebody just comes and puts the puts his hands behind his back.
Well, Fannie Mae.
And is he only immune as president?
When he was president.
When he was president.
When he was president, if he becomes future president, only for him.
Yeah.
So immunity doesn't exist for Kamala.
It would be any president.
Oh, it's for any president,
It would be any
right?
president.
Okay.
But specifically, the case where they were trying to try him for something, they said that that the president is immune from any actions they create while they're in office.
No matter what it is.
Yeah.
So that's why he desperately needs to get back in office.
Yeah.
She even said that the only reason he's trying to get back in office
because he don't want to go to jail.
Keep him going to jail.
Well, I mean, Trump, the gig is up.
And can I just say one thing?
Gonna be in jail. Look, he's gonna be in jail with Diddy.
They can be pals.
He say, "Hey, Playboy, I got that oil."
And I want to say one thing.
TD Jakes blessed oil.
This is what I want. I want Joe
blessed
Biden. I want Joe to pardon his son.
I do too. I agree.
Period. I mean,
I would pardon mine.
Pardon your son.
Do
it.
it.
Listen.
I don't care what
can't do it
nobody
right
You know
now,
what?
though.
No, don't do it right
can't
now.
do it right now.
Wait until after the election.
Right.
But I would do
December
it.
the 1st.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Merry Christmas, son.
Merry Christmas, son.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Forget it, because
But he
let
can't
me
do it
tell you
now.
something. Trump would have done it months ago.
Right. He would have never said he wasn't gonna do it.
First of all, he would have done
Okay,
it.
and if
He wouldn't have cared
if
either.
Biden ain't got enough oomph to do it, then Kamala.
No,
She'll give him
she
that
can't
favor.
do it.
She
He
can
got
do
a
it, too.
month. He
Yeah, I know.
He got a month.
You can actually do it
Yeah.
December
3
31st.
weeks.
As long as you do
As long as
it.
you do it before January
Before you-
4th.
Christmas Eve.
Hunter is getting out of jail.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, ain't play no game.
This year,
And to me, that would be such a boss move.
This-
on your way out the door.
it's gonna be a
For my
beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful thing on.
He has to do it
on
after,
Martin Luther
though.
King's birthday, January the 20th, because that's the day that the president gets sworn in
Inaugurated.
office.
Inauguration.
Oh, it's gonna be also
That's gonna be a
special.
fine
Dang.
inauguration.
Man, can you just imagine?
Do you think it's gonna be Obama-like?
Probably
I
bigger.
think it's gonna be bigger.
Are
it's
y'all
gonna be
going?
bigger.
Are you guys planning
I
to
would
go?
love to.
DC
Let me
gonna
see
be
if I can
lit.
get a crew.
DC
DC
is
gonna
gonna
be
be
lit.
Let me
lit.
see if I can get a
You
crew.
got to.
And
You
then
got to know
first
somebody.
Woman
You're gonna have to know somebody.
first.
I just
I'm
would
glad I
want
know
to. You know
somebody.
what? Sometimes that's what people say, but sometimes I think like just to be in the city with that
Yeah,
whole vibe.
yeah.
I don't gotta be because
I don't
I
have
don't
to
want to
even
stand
go.
on no grass and do all that.
That's a lot of standing.
Right, I don't gotta
And
do
then
all
you know
that.
it's probably gonna snow.
I'm just gonna go to a wash park in DC.
Man, but for all these little girls to see a
Yes.
woman become president, that means so much. Like you would have never thought that. Like my grandparents,
We
they
never would have thought that.
never. So
I
this
thought it
is
was gonna be
monumental.
just Obama.
Exactly.
And then that was
he
it.
opened the door. He opened the door.
He opened the door.
He opened the door.
So let's talk about this cigar we smoking, because
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I'm puffing on
I'm
this
down.
joint.
I'm down on that joint. Even Kimberly's smoking. Look at
It's
that.
pretty good.
Yeah, this is Alec Bradley.
That's a good one.
It's an AB.
Hey.
That's Kimberly's family.
The lineage.
Kimberly's family.
The lineage.
So let's see what our friends from Google have to say.
Hey, Google gonna have to hit us up.
Oh yeah, it says this stick
Hey,
is
Google.
gorgeous with a reddish brown wrapper covered in oil and very smooth to the touch. Seams are tight. There are lots of small veins. The triple cap is perfect with the Cuban pigtail atop. And I mean, this guy, he loves it. He goes and starts talking about the people that did it. He says, "I smell very dark baker's cocoa. There are woody and cedar components, a dash of spice, very leathery, and a savory, meaty element."
It is.
I love
savory.
it.
Yeah, it's a great stick.
It's a great stick.
Great stick.
I don't know if
I'm
it's
searching for the
whiskey.
cocoa.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you what I wish I would have did. And Fabian always does it. Is he'll take whiskey just by itself and he'll stick it in there.
I just went to a class that said you shouldn't do that.
Well, I do.
What was the class at?
Wait, don't worry about all that.
Probably was at Fat Charlie's.
Fat Charlie's.
Oh, we already know.
But I did. I went to a cigar etiquette class.
Oh,
Why do they say
that's
don't do
etiquette, but at my house with my
whatever you
stick,
wanna
I'm
do.
doing what I
You
want
know,
to.
I mean, you can.
that? But what does it do for the
No,
cigar?
You get the extra taste.
they say nothing.
It kind of coated.
Hey, it make you feel better inside.
Nah, I just
Keep
dip
it,
my
you feel
stick
it.
in
Dip
some.
You
my-
dip, I dip, we dip.
And we dipping. We dipping.
Plus, in general, the Basil Hayden goes great with a stick. Because the Basil, again, and I say it, I'm gonna say it again. Good whiskey is meant to be sipped and not shot. So if you
Well,
if you
who's
sitting,
shooting whiskey?
Hey,
look at
you ever seen any cowboy movie where they didn't shoot it?
well, When I watch, because Fabian got me watching the damn bootleggers or whatever. What is that?
Oh, the Moonshiners.
The Moonshiners. Boy,
you can learn a lot, though. That's how you know people out here smart when they want to be. They up in them hills. They got the calculations in their head.
Man, what? Yeah, you put a little yeast in it, get that fire going. You know what's going to happen is going to go through them coils and going to turn into a liquid. And that's what you got your good alcohol.
At the famous point, I saw this guy. He got a little out of there. He spit it out, said, add some more, whatever he said, add to it. I was like, damn, you're right. You got to know what the hell you doing.
Doing it right.
You know, because I was watching one time, the guy's like, that good spring water you can't beat. That good spring water you can't beat. Get a nice tap of that. Oh yeah, that's what you need to make your mash.
Well, and that's the deal with Uncle Nearest. Uncle Nearest, the water ran across some coal. That's what you can't reproduce in California. Yeah. That they had to have the water that was done here. Same thing. Me and Fabian, I'm sure y'all have probably did the Old Dominic's tour. When Old Dominic's originally opened, they were making the Old Dominic's out in California. And they couldn't match the taste. They like, what is it?
It's the
and they
water.
determined it was the water. Yeah, so
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like
Because if you think
They
about
got a
mash,
new whiskey out, Uncle Nearest, a rare something.
the 777 that's gone.
gone?
Gone
Already?
Oh,
Yeah.
What
How
about
much
that?
was it, Ike?
I don't know. I tried to buy the black bottle, and
I
and
think
it's
it was
gone.
a black. Yeah,
Have you all tasted Beyonce's new
Sir Davis.
Sir
Not yet.
Davis?
Not yet.
Now I saw the people over at 31 Madison. What's they've got some. They had some.
How much was it? Though?
much?
Because
111.
the lady that was on the podcast, Jamila, she had some, and I asked her how was it, and she said it was good. I didn't ask them where they got it from, but I'm going to Vegas. If I find a place in
to
Vegas
ship it.
that sells it, I'm gonna ship it back.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people on
get me a
TikTok
bottle, too.
doing taste testings on Beyonce's.
It's what? 140. Well, we I hope it's not a Shannon Sharp incident.
Speaking of Shannon Sharp,
So wait a minute. So she did. Hold on, and to your point, she did say it needed to age a little longer.
They kept
Beyonce
saying
said that?
on TikTok that it tastes like Hennessy.
Yeah.
I know.
And somebody else talked about
I
the
hope
artificial.
not.
She talked about the artificial.
Hey, I'll taste yours, Ike.
I'm gonna tell you, don't bring me no bottle. I'm gonna wait. Just
I'll
bring it
taste
to the
yours.
studio and let us taste.
If I can get a bottle, I'll buy a bottle and bring it
Thank
back.
you. We give you $10.
What's up with y'all, boy Shannon
Just
Sharp? The podcast.
You know what?
Going through a
We're
midlife
break.
crisis.
We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break and find out
Shannon.
what's going on with Shannon.
Ugh.
All right, Smoke fam, we will be right back.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Smoke Podcast. Man, between the cigar
The drink.
and this great whiskey
I tell you what,
that we
bro.
added a little sweet and sour to make
little
whiskey
bit.
sour. A little bit.
Just a little
A
Yeah.
tad.
Woo.
But I tell you what, Ena.
Yes.
We ain't got a chance to tell you. Tell us about Verbally Effective.
Verbally Effective. That's the podcast I've been hosting for 6 years.
6 years. Oh, my God.
Yes, the interview style pod. Yes, we're right at episode, I believe, 298. So we're almost at 300. I thought
what
I'd
I'm
be
talking
celebrating at 300 for the podcast festival, but it has just really brought so many opportunities since I started this podcast. And Fabian and I are going to be working on a project very soon to take Verbally Effective to your TV screen.
Yes. What are we supposed to talk about that yet?
Well, we gonna talk about it. like we ain't saying too much.
Hey, I want to work on that project with y'all.
Okay.
Not you feeling left out.
I do.
You just couldn't let them two have it. You just had to be included.
Yes.
We can make it happen,
Yes.
but
Well, if that's the case, I want to work on you, even though I do nothing production-wise.
let's do it. Let's do it.
You can be her official makeup person.
I need that. I need that. Come on, Kim.
Kim don't
I
do
got
her
you.
own nails no more. So
I got you,
You don't do your
though.
own nails anymore?
No, I support another black nail tech.
Boy, you can tell who got money.
So
I support another black nail tech.
That's right. That's right.
But you know what? One of the things that Verbally Effective has afforded me is a residency with the city of Memphis at Casa Library for innovator in residence for podcast programming.
Yes.
So what that consists of, I teach the public how to podcast, whether that's framing their idea, developing their format. We do workshops, we do live shows, and we're actually upon the second annual Podbox Memphis Podcast Festival. And this year we are bringing, this year we are bringing podcaster, comedian, actress, Amanda Seals. You know, she is extremely
She's controversy too.
controversial.
Interesting.
So she is going to be our keynote speaker.
when she
for the
starts,
event.
just tell her, say, hey, you in Memphis. Govern yourself accordingly.
Right, and her team has told me that she's been to Memphis before. So,
hey, see if you want to come down here and smoke a cigar with us. We'd love to have her
whiskey.
come down here.
I will definitely see if that's the case. But
She in L.A. She in L.A.
she's actually in New York. I thought she was in L.A., but she traveled. I think she kind of slick bi-coastal.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but
she might be smoking something else.
So I've sent several people because they know we do the podcast and they know that I'm connected with Spotlighting with Fabian, and they like matter of fact, this one lady, she like, I need to come down there and you to show me how to do the podcast. And I said, hey, you ain't got to come here. You can go down to the Casa Library downtown, and you can learn everything about it.
Right.
So matter of fact, I sent her
What's her name?
Angela Moody.
Angela.
I sent her the flyer that you posted on Instagram. I said, hey, here's your opportunity right here, because I ain't teaching nothing.
Right.
We say that's not what we do.
That's not what we do.
It takes a level of patience to work with the public.
It really does.
It really does.
Well, and I think a lot of people don't, and me and Fabian, we had this conversation. A lot of people, you make what we do look easy. They like, oh, dang. All I need is a microphone and a recorder.
And that's the problem right there.
And there you go. And it's more to it than that. It's more. If it was that easy, then yeah, you're right. Everybody would be doing it. But they're not. And then the deal is, she says she's almost at 300 episodes. That's longevity. Yes. That means she's committed to doing what she's doing.
You got to be committed.
If you're trying to do a podcast and you only gonna do it recorded once every other month.
No, it's not even that. It's a lot of people doing these podcasts. They think they just gonna hit.
They think that's what they have at the top of their mind going into it.
And I'm sure one of the biggest things you hear is, I got the next best idea.
And it's similar to somebody else.
It's similar to somebody else, and it's garbage, because at the end of the day,
you don't know
it's hard as hell to do a podcast by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And, oh man, everybody.
That's the most challenging format.
Like, okay, we're gonna listen to you for 5 minutes. Then what else you gonna talk about?
Arsenio couldn't do it. I'm not saying he did a podcast, but he couldn't host his show by itself. Magic tried to do it. He had to have him a hype man.
Everybody got
it. It takes a certain skill to do that.
It does.
And most people don't have the patience for that.
No, and then like I say, a lot of people think they're gonna start getting paid a month after they do it.
I think when people saw Shannon and he started out with Cat Williams and people like that.
But he didn't start out with Cat.
I know he did, but that was the catalyst. That was the one that dropped, and everybody was like, "Damn, all he doing is drinking and talking," and millions of people, man, we can do this.
Because if you look at Shannon, you come on now.
And
that's all he does.
A lot of people criticize his, format of interviewing. Right? They're like, he's not a real journalist.
He's not a journalist.
He didn't say he was.
Right? He never did say he was. He's more so of a listener. He's going to put something out there. He's going to let his guests go. Right? And you have a lot of people that are skilled in doing that, and a lot of people that are not skilled in doing it. Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey is the same way. He's a great listener, and he can come back with a quick response.
Exactly.
But do you want him delivering you hard news? No.
You're right. But I'm glad you mentioned Shannon Sharp, because Shannon Sharp comes from sports world, right?
Yes.
So one of
the best tight ends.
Right?
Ever.
One of the top genres in podcasting right now is sports.
Right.
So this particular podcast festival, we're focusing on the top 3 genres. 3 of the top 3, which are sports, society, and culture, which is what the Smoke Podcast. I think you guys fall in that genre. and also politics, because this is a huge election year, right? So we're going to have panels. We're going to have fireside chats in those 3 areas. We're going to have a media mixer at Beale Street Landing on Friday, September 27th, hosted by Mayor Paul Young.
I saw that.
We're also going to have Big Sue from iHeart. We're going to have Janine Gordon, former iHeart. She's now
WMC.
juvenile court clerk and WMC.
Yeah.
But we're going to merge traditional media and new media. So your new media consists of your content creators, your podcasters, your YouTubers, and traditional, of course, is your TV, your radio, your print, right? So we're going to hang out, network, and see how we can use our storytelling to elevate Memphis on that Friday night, right? That's what we're going to discuss. And then Saturday is the actual festival. We're going to have a sports panel with Jessica Benson from the Grizzlies. You're a big fan of Jessica. That's my girl. Anthony Sane and Paris Sharkey from Bluff City Media.
Oh, yeah.
And we're also going to have a young lady. She's a beat writer for the Commercial Appeal, Sharon Brown. She's going to be on that panel as well. And so for your political side, we're going to have Theron Bond. We're going to have Tammy Sawyer.
Whoa.
Yes. Yes. Antonio Parkinson. Touche.
We just let the clapping just go.
And you know, he has a big podcast that's doing very well on YouTube.
Oh,
like
yeah.
his YouTube numbers are doing very well. I just saw him the other day. And Ariel Gibson. So Society and Culture, we have a young lady that works for BET that's from Memphis named LaJanae. She's going to moderate the panel along with some of your people that are heavily invested in the Memphis culture, such as Milton Memphis. He's former Memphis Tourism. He's now with the DNC. On Society and Culture, we also have, let me pull it out. We got my girl Camille Fryer with Indie Memphis, John Best with 88.5, and we have a young lady named Nicolette Barnes. She's pretty much one of the young ladies that's in that younger demo that I'm trying to reach that is in Memphis nightlife culture. So it's going to be a very, very interesting festival this year with Amanda Seals doing the keynote. And what I asked her team was for her to talk about being a creator, a podcaster that does not want your voice limited in any way, right? Because we know that people have tried to cancel Amanda Seals for her freedom of speech. She has a podcast called Small Doses, and she
got 2.2 million followers.
She has 2.2 million followers.
Wow.
And you probably know Amanda from Insecure with Issa Rae. Yeah. But she's trying to try her hand at comedy now. She's been booking.
I thought that's what she always was.
I did too. I thought she was a comedian.
but she's touring now.
Yeah.
So she's been booking different locations for her comedy.
So let me ask you something. You might not know this, but what happened to her acting career?
She says that she wants to divest from celebrity culture. Like, I think there have been just
a lot of issues. I got to ask the question is, do people that do that not want it anymore?
They don't want it no more. Did you see speaking of Shannon Sharp, did you see the interview with Shannon and Amanda?
No, I didn't.
It was very controversial, right?
Was it really?
Yeah, because
I just think he didn't have an understanding of who she was.
Exactly.
I'm not sure if his research team.
But it goes back to what Ena said. He's not a interviewer. He's just a...
Right, but you still got to read the bingo cards that they're giving you.
Yeah, because it was almost like he kept challenging her.
Yeah, for the little stuff.
She don't like that now.
I feel like it was like the little things he thought that he could be able to tick at her, and she was just kind of like, it was a weird.
He's not a savvy dude.
It doesn't have to be savvy. That's the whole point. No one's asking him to be an expert, but you should still be cordial. I think he was borderline just disrespectful to her. Yeah. And I'm not no Amanda Seals lover, hate, or nothing like that, but when he was interviewing her, you could tell that there was something. Somebody had said it.
Did he try to holler at her or something?
I don't feel like that's it. I feel like somebody said just do something, try to tick her off.
So here's my 2 cents on that. I think what is happening is that people come on that show and they look at Kat and they like, man, if I come on there and cut a fool, or if I come on there and say something controversial, bam, I'm gonna just explode off. And I think Shannon is also riding that wave. And again, if you let it flow naturally, it'll be much more presentable. And I think Shannon was probably sitting at the edge of his seat, and she was sitting, and both of them was ready to go at battle each other, rather than just doing the formula that has always worked.
So,
but I think he didn't give her a chance to do that, though. I feel like I think she was relaxed at first, but then it was a question. I think he asked her about her parentage, her mother and father, or something like that.
He was like, "So your mom's white?" She was like, "No, my mom's not white."
Yeah, and it was just kind of like that's basic information. That's not asking you to be a great interviewer.
That's what set it off.
I think that's what. Yeah, and she was just kind of like, "Is this going to be that?" You know, like you don't even know who you are talking to.
Yeah, and he wasn't listening.
And if you did not know, then you would say, "Tell me about your background. Where are your parents from?"
It seems to me he's trying to become that person that people maybe think, or he think people think he is.
Which would
because that happens a lot.
Everybody knows he's not.
I mean, think about it. People, I'm a big time interviewer now.
Mm-hmm.
But you just said the formula.
Keep those views up.
But you just said the formula was just for people to come on and feel relaxed enough to speak freely with him.
But what probably happened, them numbers slid a little bit.
The numbers were slipping.
And then he's like, well, I got to step it up. And he's probably taking the Wendy.
He said, I'll take my shots at her.
Let me see if I can do a Wendy Williams.
And he didn't know that she was going to push back.
And she was the wrong one.
Yeah, it was the wrong one.
Once again,
he messed
once again, you read the bingo cards, they would have told you at least that part about her.
I mean, it's just like Cam.
She was very sensitive.
Cam got called out. He really did.
Oh, well, yeah. Then he turned around and had Ian on. I said, boy, this boy is ridiculous.
Yeah, like this podcast game is very
serious.
Especially when you up there.
Especially when you have a lot of eyes on you, have a lot of views. They're waiting. Like, let's just say Carisha. She just came out with an episode with Rick Ross, but now the Diddy stuff dropped. Like, girl, what, are you finna go to jail too? Are you an accomplice? What's really going on? But
yes.
I'm looking forward to Amanda Seals being the keynote speaker for the podcast festival. One last thing I want to say about the festival that I didn't mention. We're doing the podcast pitch competition again this year.
Yes.
And so the winner, so we're going to narrow it down to 5 people that have submitted. We're going to look at their videos and look at their submissions. We're going to narrow it down to 5 people. This year, the winner is going to partner with our sponsor, WYXR 91.7 FM Memphis, and they're going to play their podcast for a month. And the thing with WYXR, they play my podcast on there every Tuesday. I had a R&B show there as well.
That's
but
with,
they'll work with Jared Boyd.
Jared,
shout out to Jared Boyd and Robbie.
At the Crosstown.
At Crosstown. They're a wonderful team. And it's a community-oriented station, right? So if that winner, that podcast pitch competition winner, if they really got something good and can be consistent with it, WYXR will have them, in their programming.
That's what's up right there.
I like
so
that.
give, again, it starts next Friday.
Yes.
Just go ahead and you shout out.
Give us all the information.
If somebody wants to sign up, tell them how and when and where.
Yes.
And
So if you guys want to RSVP, just add me on social media. You can go to my link in my bio at Ena Esco, ENAESCO. You can also follow Podbox Memphis Podcast Festival on Instagram or Facebook. The RSVP link is on there. This is a free event. It starts Friday.
Free. You just said the magic word.
Free.
You have no excuse.
That's what it is. No
this
excuse.
Is free. It's presented by the Memphis Library Foundation. Big shout outs to Christine Weinrich, one of the biggest advocates for creators in the city of Memphis. She's the executive director with the Library Foundation. They are funding this event. And big shout outs to all of my sponsors as well that are working with us this year. September 27th, the Media Mixer, once again merging traditional and new media. Bill Street Landing, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. with your mayor, Paul Young, in the building, along with other media professionals, both new and traditional. And Saturday is the Podcast Summit. Panels, fireside chats, a breakout session, podcast pitch competition, and Amanda Seals with the keynote. So we'd love to see you there.
There you go.
Bam.
Yes.
On a sadder note.
I'm giving flowers.
Favorite part of the show when we do the smoke.
No, you said you want to give someone the flowers.
I thought we was giving the flowers.
We
got to give flowers.
We giving flowers out.
Yes.
Well, you trying to get a smoke out to somebody?
Who you trying to get a smoke to?
No,
just go and mention real quick.
No, I don't have anybody to get a smoke to. The segment is the name of the show is the smoke. So even though we're giving flowers, we're at that point where we
give flowers
to somebody.
The smoke.
Yeah, we're gonna give something to somebody.
Okay.
Podcast family, we lost a lot of heroes.
Mm-hmm.
in what, last week?
Right at the start of September.
Yep.
We lost
James Earl Jones.
Dang,
Oh, okay.
Mufasa.
Luke, I am your father, Mufasa.
The voice.
The voice of everything.
We lost him.
We lost him.
Frankie Beverly.
Tito Jackson.
Tito, Frankie.
And Frankie
Beverly, my dad.
We also lost
Rich Homie
Quan.
Yep, I just saw that funeral on TikTok.
And I actually met Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, you posted a picture with him, didn't you?
Yeah, it was a Yo Gotti birthday bash when I worked with K97 probably about 8 years ago or so. It was a Yo Gotti Bash 3, and he was one of the performers. That's when he was hot. That was like, you remember Some Kind of Way? Yeah, that one. And when we were backstage, he told me, I said, let's take a selfie. He said, well, you know, I only take selfies with pretty women, so I'll take one with you. I was like, okay. But he was like a jokester type. Like, he had everybody backstage laughing. So, like, that seemed to be his genuine personality. So, it's amazing how so many people are coming out.
Is he the one that took the one drug the one time?
Yeah.
Is that what he died from? Like,
well, no, that's what they said.
That's what they saying.
He was not a known drug user, and I guess he was partying or whatever and took something.
Fentanyl?
Yeah, or something. I don't know what it was. But
I'm still interested to see what happened.
I thought he was an ecstasy guy.
They say he wasn't really. I don't know.
I don't know either.
They said just
I've been waiting.
He wasn't a druggie.
Can I circle back?
Because they said when the baby mama left the house, he was on the couch. She just put a cover on top of him, and then when she came back, he was in the same position. So he probably had passed for that long.
Oh,
wow.
But not sure what.
I wanted to circle back. This is
sir.
another silly question. Is Amanda Seales AKA, you know, on Insecure, she wore the...
She's not.
Okay. I just had to ask.
No.
She got a lot of heat for that.
She got a lot of heat for
Insecure.
Yes,
yeah, she was an actress, but she explains it all the time like I was playing a role.
Yeah. I get it.
No, she got a lot of heat, though, for wearing the colors.
Yeah, just remember...
but if they made her character an AKA, that's the colors.
Well, they didn't. I don't think it was specific.
But they got... Well, yeah, it was different with Boosie because he would... What did he wear? A cap?
Oh, yeah, he was wearing their colors. He was saying they chants. He really went all out.
Is it because of the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's his song, though.
It's not even his song. It was... whose song is it?
It's something that the Kappas always...
Yeah, that's what they shimmy to.
Wipe it out. Wipe it out. Wipe it over.
Who is it? It's a Lil Webby song.
Wipe it down.
But
everybody got
Boosie featured in that, huh? Boosie featured in it.
Yeah, he's the featured artist in it, but still the best part of that song
He went online doing a Kappa shimmy.
He did the
That's
shimmy
what set it
That's
off.
what it did. That's the...
I ain't making everybody mad.
Yeah. I like the first lyric in that line. I pull up to the club VIP.
VIP.
Gas tank on E, but all drinks on me. Wipe me down.
Wipe me down. You know the words, baby.
I was like, yeah, boy, you not too.
That's all bumpy
to this day.
And then I want to also shout out to a good friend of mine, Peter McNeil. He used to work for the city of Memphis. He used to be apparently he was a drum major for I remember the college. But if you ever met Peter, you would remember him. He was he was just a good personality. He was a Memphian. He passed away on yesterday also.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorrow.
I saw when you put that. He was a Raiders fan too, wasn't he?
He was a Raiders fan too.
Sorrows, prayers.
I want to give a big shout out to my daughter. She's the
Sweet
drum
16.
Sweet 16. And she's also the drum major over at White Station.
Yeah, y'all didn't tell nobody about that. We had to see it on the Facebook.
I saw it on the Facebook.
That's how you know you old. You put D in front of
the
everything.
Facebook, man. She was doing her thing, boy.
She looked good.
Yeah.
She was doing her thing.
You know, it's like
16. So she's a Virgo too.
She's a Virgo too.
Yeah,
9/11
she
baby.
good
She a
people.
9/11 baby.
She
I love
good
it.
people. She good people.
I love it.
All right, Smoke Fan. Ena Esco, thank you for blessing us
Thank
today.
you.
I feel so good because I told you at the last minute. Last minute.
Like
but
today.
I appreciate it. Like today, I'd say last minute.
But you know, I come through. You always come through for me,
So what is
Fabian.
that?
So I appreciate you.
If they wanted to follow you,
Yes.
how would they do that?
Just follow me on all social media platforms, whether that's Instagram, Facebook, the TikTok,
Not the
everything. At Ena Esco. That's ENAESCO.
And
There we
hey,
go.
Don't forget
do we have a holiday coming up soon?
I feel like
It don't matter. Just go by R&R and stock up.
Hey, make every day a holiday.
There you go. Hey, because all these holidays that keep popping up, Grandparents Day.
So much shit going on in the world.
Yeah.
So much going on in the world.
Because it's a lot we didn't even hit on. Like the Shannon Sharp noises.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Now he's hawking. He's hawking the pills.
Huh?
Yeah.
He's what?
He's doing the commercials for the little red pills.
Yes.
He has merch too. Saying something, Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he should. First,
anyway,
that's why I think it's fake. That's why I think it's fake.
Yeah, he needed. He's doing the most.
How you go live?
About as fake as that gunshot that Trump had on his ear.
No, that just happened with no shots.
Come on now, Shannon Sharp. How you mistakenly go live?
Yeah. You gotta do a lot. Somebody actually went on TikTok and listed the 10 steps you gotta do before you go live.
Right. Like it's a process to go live.
I hate it here.
It is not. It is not a butt down to live.
I said what?
He act like it's a butt down. You right.
It ain't like that. Come on, Shannon. You come on. I think I would.
That man trying to get the views. Either way he can get it.
He sounds stupid. He don't know about it. First of all, anyway,
we're on social media as well. You guys can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and definitely check out our YouTube channel.
That's a lot of fun.
Go ahead and subscribe. Hey, I'm telling you, you go to the YouTube channel, you're gonna be in for a treat.
Yep. I like the YouTube channel.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. I watch it a lot.
Somehow Kimberly is always the face of the start.
I didn't ask to be.
I understand, but somehow you keep popping up.
Thumbnail.
You can change it. I'll show you how to do it.
Okay. All right, thank you, Ena Esco, for blessing us.
Thank you for having
Smoke
me.
fam, thank you. We bless you here. Until we smoke again, we will holla.
This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.